The morning's here.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Disney Morning Show with Kyle and Not Doobie. I am Kyle. I'm editorial director for Laughing Place. And joining me this morning is Tony from Brand New Location.
Brand new location, which I also just realized once everything's set up and I have the camera facing the other way now, there'll still be ceiling fans in it. So for those who missed my ceiling fan, it's coming back.
Ceiling fans and Pixar. That's kind of your signature.
Yep.
Let's say some hellos before we get to the first segment, if you don't mind.
All right. Well, Fred standing by with the usual top of the morning to you. Jeannie Plus says good morning. As Nikki B, love the nail color in the thumbnail. Get it?
Thumbnail? Yeah. So that was a photo from Disney, and she happened to have orange polish, and I don't think they planned that. So they were very excited when that happened. I take it. But anyway, let's get started the same way we start every one of these shows. So when Doobie was here yesterday, we checked the stock, and it was at 115.61. And now that I give a quick refresh, we are at 115.76. So look at that, 15 cents higher on from when we checked it yesterday. So good on them. There we go. And now.
No weather?
No.
Okay.
We killed her.
Okay.
The fans rioted.
There's a heat advisory in Florida right now. So if you're in Orange County, Florida,
it's hasn't there been a heat advisory for like 2 weeks now?
It fell off the last few days, but today it's back with a vengeance. So
be careful out there.
Yeah, Nikki says they've rejected Rachel. So
let's be careful.
Are we on a break? Is that what's going on?
We were on a break. Yeah, so I should go to Chloe temporarily. And then, anyway, we got breaking news in that Thunderbolts, the new Avengers, is coming to Disney Plus, as we all knew it would, but now we know when. Just a little under 2 weeks, August 27th. The movie, which is still titled Thunderbolts, but just has the subtitle The New Avengers. It's a very confusing situation. You can stream it on Disney Plus, which I'm excited for. I like the movie. I am excited to watch it again. And
back to that?
Sure.
Do you remember the old ABC ads?
From yes, that color yellow is 100%. Whatever, like... Yeah, I don't know exactly when it was, but there was like a time. I feel like it was around the time that they rebooted TGIF for the modern era.
And then they definitely did Drew Carey, and it kind of carried over to Sounds Dangerous with Drew Carey also. But yeah.
So there you go. That color yellow was sticking around. Next up, I know you guys are going to be so interested in who does the marketing for the Walt Disney Company, but it actually is kind of interesting because Asad Ayez, who is the chief brand officer for Disney, is taking on some even more jobs. He'll be overseeing all of the marketing for Disney Studios, television, and streaming services. He'll report to Alan Bergman and Dana Walden, while still continuing to report directly to Bob Iger for the brand strategy, his brand officer job. But yes, overseeing all the marketing for all of the things at Disney, I guess, except for parks. And then Shannon Ryan, who she'll be adding direct-to-consumer marketing to her portfolio, including Disney Plus, Hulu, and then, of course, the ESPN thing coming up. And she reports to Asad Ayez. So, yeah, some updates on Disney executives. And maybe you'll see a difference in how marketing works for the entertainment, maybe. We'll see. But let's get to something more exciting, and that is Food and Wine coming back to EPCOT in just a few weeks. August 28th goes all the way through November 22nd. This is a huge foodie guide. I think there's like 120 photos. So I'm just going to jump ahead to what I think is the most interesting development here.
Pickle Shake is back, it looks like.
That is that there's going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy themed stand called Gyozas of the Galaxy. This will include buffalo style dumplings, chicken dumplings with buffalo sauce, celery root puree, blue cheese cream, crumbled blue cheese, shaved carrots, and micro celery. That's one of the options. Next up, we have French onion style. I lost my page. French onion soup style dumplings, pork and beef soup dumpling with caramelized onions, sherry beef broth, onion and Gruyere, some word, Parmesan cracker, and micro chives. They're really emphasizing these very small vegetables, aren't they? And
Sounds
then
like
there's also, those are just fries. But there's another dumpling, street corn style dumpling, chicken dumplings with tomatillo, salsa verde, street corn, cotija cheese, lime crema, and cilantro. And what I think is interesting is Luke pointed this out. We actually have a battle, Luke and I, to see who's pickier. He thinks it's me. I think it's him, mostly because he doesn't like cheese. And he noticed that all three of these dumplings have cheese in them, which is weird because dumpling is usually not a food that you associate, or gyoza specifically, not with having cheese. And all three of these do. So anyway,
do you think they'll compare to Din Tai Fungs?
Maybe the soup dumpling one.
Okay. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I don't like
my
soup, but I
picks out
do like
here.
soup dumplings from Din Tai. So
Say that again.
I don't like soup, but I like soup dumplings from Din Tai.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, those were amazing, and yeah, I recommend.
And rounding out my soliloquy here, we got news from Hulu as we talked about they had greenlit, or they hadn't greenlit it yet, but they were working on a limited series called Count My Lives, starring Lindsay Lohan. And now the limited series has been greenlit. And additionally, Shailene Woodley has joined the cast. So I'll read the log line for you. When compulsive liar Sloane Caraway fibs her way into a nanny position for the gorgeous and charismatic Violet and Jay Lockhart, it seems she's finally landed her dream job, but little does Sloane know, she's just entered a household brimming with secrets that are about to explode with potentially catastrophic consequences for all. So yeah, no release date info yet, but that mini series will be coming to Hulu.
Speaking of things coming, over in Paris at Disney Adventure World, well, it's still Disney Studios Park, Paris, or at the Disneyland Paris Resort. They are turning it into Disney Adventure World, and as part of that, 2 merchandise kiosks are coming to the World Premiere Plaza in the former animation and production courtyards. Each of them will feature a giant clock on the front. One is Mickey Mouse, and the other is Woody. Before you get over to the Worlds of Pixar area of the park, both are expected at the end of 2025, before the rest of the park becomes Adventure World in 2026.
Yes, with the opening of Frozen, we'll
Frozen.
mark that transition. Until then, it's all just confusing.
Pull that back up.
Yeah.
I've not been to Disneyland Paris, but that's a bigger meaning than kiosk from what we would say here.
It's a walk-in kiosk.
It looks like, yeah, it's smaller, but yeah, I feel like it's a kiosk is what you would see at the EPCOT festivals. Like
La Petite
tents.
Boutique.
Yeah, there you go. Over at Disneyland, as part of the 70th celebration, Magic Key holders can also get their hands on a new tote bag. I still think this is the second worst use of a virtual queue after the Moana trail during annual pass holder previews. But yeah, virtual queues are needed to acquire this. I know they used to do it with magnets here, but they gave up on that.
Magnets? How do they work?
They stick to things with reverse polarity. But over at the Hyperion Courtyard, once you join in the virtual queue, you can go with a Magic Key and pick up your tote bag. It looked nice, but Mike,
that's quite a virtual queue.
Yeah, Mike said for even using a virtual queue, it was a longer wait than he expected. I don't think I've seen lines that long around the theater since they got rid of Aladdin.
Yeah,
and then
very interesting. It is a cute bag though, and this was the first day. To be fair,
yeah. But yeah, so that's going on now at the Disneyland Resort. Real quick, I didn't realize so many people were anti-Rachel on the comments. We rejected Rachel, voted her off the show. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a feminist, but I prefer Ethan. I do not miss her. And then Nikki B catches up with a micro store for the
there you go
kiosks.
I want to say, while we're talking about virtual queue, yesterday on the show we talked about the virtual queue that they were going to be having for the half marathon weekend merchandise, and that there was a night you can join if you're within a 90-mile radius of Disneyland. And I was just kind of joking about what cities were like 90 miles away from Disneyland. And to the east, I said Cabazon. Out of nowhere, I completely forgot. I don't know where I pulled that from, but that's where the dinosaurs are.
Okay.
Cabazon is 82 miles away from Amazon from Anaheim. I was pretty proud when I looked that up after the show.
How far is Vegas away?
That would be further. That would be like from Disneyland 4.5 hours probably.
Okay, so probably like 200 miles.
It used to be 4 hours for me from Ranch Cucamonga because it's just straight up the 15.
Orange Grove 55 points out something I noticed already. Green Shirt Club.
This is gray, but yes.
Okay.
Green and gray. They're basically
It's definitely a greenish. For the first time ever, I noticed the guy behind them on the other side. Looking. Yeah. I've never noticed that before.
It's a fun Easter egg. Well, Tony, I know you don't really play trivia anymore, but just pretend. Remember a couple months ago when Doobie did, or I guess it was a few weeks ago that Doobie did quizzes about Walt's Disneyland and Walt Disney himself?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you can play them as regular quizzes on our website, complete with the fun gifts that you get on DTL. So yeah, we have the Walt Disney one as well as the Walt's Disneyland. Let me pull that one up just for fun. Ta-da! So yeah, you can. If you didn't get a chance to play, you can do that. You can even probably put on the show and answer and in time and see if you get it right. Although in that case, you could switch your answer before you get to the bottom because you have to submit before it gets scored. But you do you. I'm not going to judge you if you want to cheat a little bit. So yeah, those are there. And then speaking of quizzes, Tony.
Yeah, yesterday you asked me come up with an orange quiz.
I edited your photo, by the way.
I didn't notice. But yeah,
I did this morning. I wish I would have thought of it yesterday before we tweeted it again.
Okay. But yeah, yesterday you just asked me for an orange quiz and I had no idea what was related to anything at all. I was like, okay, done. So it's all things orange, whether it be orange groves, orange characters, and orange song lyrics in one of the questions. But yes. So that quiz is up there and running. Now, that Encanto question is probably it's not a challenging question, but it's one of my favorite tidbits about the movie. Because it's each branch of the Madrigal family has a different color scheme, and one is orange, yellows, and reds.
Nice. You also got a chance to interview someone.
I did. I got a call one morning. Can you interview Matthew Markison, the new composer of Iron Man and his amazing friends on Disney Junior? And I said,
friends.
Sure, awesome friends. Yes, I'm going to do that again and again and again.
Well, they changed the adjective, Tony. Spider-Man has amazing friends.
Yes, Iron Man has awesome friends, but they could have said cool friends or something that's not an A. But yes, no, it was a great conversation. He told me about how, because he's done previous work, as we called it in the interview, the movie Kick Butt and Kick Butt 2. He worked on those, so he's done more mature themes, and he's also done other Disney Junior work, so he knows how to mix the action and mature scores with like childish, like xylophones and just like cartoony sounds. So it's really cool. Armored Friends is good too, Fred, but it's also another A. We also talk about a song that he admittedly said that he had no part of other than repeating the score again and again. And I feel bad for any parent out there whose kid watches this episode that debuts the Ultron song, which is literally Tony Hale, who's the voice of Ultron, going Ultron song. And that's it.
They released a clip of it on X. And then, yeah, I think the soundtrack comes out this week.
Okay.
Tomorrow, probably. Yeah. But yeah, and in case you're confused, this is the composer Mark Hoppus of Blink-182
Yep.
wrote the theme song.
Yep.
So
And I even asked him about that too, and he said I would have loved to have worked with them, but by the time I was signed on, he had already established the theme, and we used that as their compass for the rest of the show. And Nikki B. Buster Bluth, yes, I actually quoted Arrested Development earlier, and Morgan.
Uncle Father
yeah.
Matthew.
Well, I was scrolling and I heard Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and I just said, "There's another rainbow," and Morgan laughed and got it. So I was
There
excited.
probably is a loose seal somewhere on the show.
Probably, yes.
And the rest.
Well, and the rest. Freakier Friday is now in theaters, and if you happen to be in the Hollywood area tomorrow and you want to see Disney legend Jamie Lee Curtis in the flesh, you can go check out the 7:30 show at the El Capitan. Also, if you dress like Tess, you get a complimentary popcorn. So any Tess, I guess. Yeah, free popcorn. So if you
dressed as Tess from Ocean's 11, just to throw people off.
Well, you got to dress as someone dressing as Tess. Just that would be from Ocean's 12.
Yeah. Well, no, she's in the first one.
I know, but Ocean's 12 is when she plays someone.
Oh, yes, that's
pretending
right.
to be Julia Roberts.
Tess plays Julia Roberts, but don't get confused because Julia Roberts plays Tess.
That movie is awful. Anyway, you know what's not awful, Tony?
Another different kind of theatrical experience. Broadway and Aladdin actor Ainsley Melham is returning to Broadway in the role of Aladdin. He was there in 2019, filled the part in Australia in 2016 where he debuted, but now he'll be back on Broadway August 26th with Michael James Scott as the genie, who originated in the role in Australia alongside Ainsley. So he'll be there from August 26th to November 30th, and the current Aladdin actor, Adi Roy, his last show will be August 24th. So if you're heading to New York, be mindful of those cast changes if you're going to see the 10th longest
You're going to go see
show on Broadway.
14th, Tony.
14th? It says 10th in the post.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but I remember the big hype being about the 14th, so I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's all right. Cool.
We'll
look
look
into that.
Yep,
that's funny. I was just joking. I didn't realize that was in the story. So today's pocket pick actually comes from my local subreddit.
Ooh.
And I thought this was fun. So you have To Infinity and Beyond. You got some copyright infringement. Tote Story.
And the toys on top, too.
Yeah, exactly. So this was spotted right off Campbell Avenue and somewhere not too far from my house. Yeah, so
but
I don't know what the story is behind Tote Story, but I want to find out.
I said Luxo, but I want to know, is Lotso tied to the front of the truck?
Probably. They unfortunately these are photos not submitted by the company, but by someone who must have been driving beside them, so they didn't get a chance to see the front. But kudos to that company. All right, Tony, you ready for your quiz?
Yes.
Okay. On this day, this is going to be the easiest one.
Okay.
This day, 1945, a Disney legend was born. His Disney credits include a show, a video. He's actually a former cast member, technically, maybe, but he's appeared on Main Street in a movie. He also has a current hit show on Hulu, and he plays the banjo.
Oh, Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. Happy 80th birthday to the one and only Steve Martin.
A lot of people think he was in the Main Street Magic Shop, but if you read his biography, he talks about how he's in the Fantasyland one.
Oh.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know if he was an operating participant or a cast member.
Nowadays it's operating participant. I don't know if it was back in the day, though.
Yeah. Anyway, on this day in 1983, an actress was born. Her Disney credits include Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, Oz the Great and Powerful, and Family Guy.
Honey, We Shrunk. So she's an actress that was in Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, but not the other ones.
Apparently.
So it was the mom replacement.
No, because she was born in 1983.
Oh, 83. Oh, Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis.
I'm dumb.
She's in one of my favorite comedies, Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
It's true.
It's a great movie. On this day in 1987, a Touchstone film was released, stars Patrick Dempsey and Amanda Peterson.
I don't know.
Got a Beatles song title.
Across the Universe is not a Touchstone movie.
No, it's not.
Nor was it in the 80s.
It was there's like a remake of this movie that's called Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Can't Buy Me Love?
Can't Buy Me
Okay.
Love. Yes. There's the poster for that.
You can start reading more of Bill's articles.
There you go. On this day in 1985, someone was appointed president of the Walt Disney Company under
In
Michael Eisner.
85?
95, sorry.
95 president. That would Ovitz, right?
Michael Ovitz, yes, and it lasted so long. And
When he
finally,
left, he wrote an obituary.
oh no, I actually have two more.
Okay.
On this day in 2011, an attraction soft opened at Magic Kingdom. It replaced another attraction that replaced it.
2011.
It replaced an attraction that everybody just loved and thought was hilarious.
Oh, the Enchanted Tiki Room came back
Yes.
after Enchanted Tiki Room under new management, which replaced the Enchanted Tiki Room, or
Yes.
technically Tropical Serenade.
Yep.
But yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Under new management, caught fire, and they did the right thing and replaced it.
Can I tell you a quote unquote legend I heard about that?
Sure.
And I say this because I was told by people on the inside. But I also talked with somebody who wrote a book about the Enchanted
Fires
Tiki
never melted
this
animatronic before.
They came to put it out, but some of the text said, "No, hold on," and let the Iago animatronic burn. And they said, "Okay, go ahead." And then like go in.
That show was bad.
Yeah.
I am not one to be like, oh, this is so awful, but that was awful. And
Hot
finally,
data.
on this day in 2020, a movie was finally released on Disney Plus, and it is no longer available. Stars Adam Devine.
Oh, I wouldn't know that one.
It is Magic Camp. It also
Yeah,
stars
never
Gillian
would've got
Jacobs and
So I'm going to tell you something.
George Blue, or not George Blue. What's the dad? What's his name on Arrested Development?
Who?
The dad, and he also plays Uncle Father Oscar. But
No, it's Jeffrey Tambor's his real
yeah,
name. Okay.
yes, he's in Magic Camp.
When Magic Camp came out, you did one of our tweets for Laughing Place. And it was a community reference, and it was just a gif, as you would say, of community, and just says Brit is in this. To this day, I still hear about that tweet from a friend of mine. To this day. So
I'm glad, because yeah, that's what I would do. Well, it's time for our newest segment where we look at Sorcerer's Streak, our new game that you can play over on laughingplace.com. Yesterday's questions yet to be settled. It's about Disney legend Steve Martin. Will Disney D23 or Hulu have a post or reel featuring him anywhere in it before 5 p.m. today? So far, they have not. Last time I checked, they did wish Marseille Martin a happy birthday, so I would hope that they would do the same for Steve Martin. But yeah, we'll see. I voted yes on this one, so I'm really hoping that they come through, or I will be disappointed. Especially, I mean, it seems like such a layup when he has a show on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
But what do I know? Today's question is the Disney Wonder began its maiden voyage on August 15th, 1999. So will the Disney Cruise Line make an Instagram post or reel with the Wonder somewhere in it? Last time, it was just the biggest technicality in the world. We did this for the Magic, and it was a post about coffee. And the first photo in the thing, you could never tell which ship it is. The next one actually had on the latte art Disney Magic. And so it was a yes. And I, of course, had said no. So will I make the same mistake twice? We will find out. But make sure you get your question in before midnight tonight so that you can extend your streak, hopefully.
For everybody out there, I'm gonna throw out my vote now and say no. because it's an off year.
It is an off year, and that was my logic with the Magic. But then some stupid girl on the coffee thing in Australia or wherever the Magic is right now screwed me over. Anyway, that's the end of our show, Tony. We got about 4 minutes until the top of the hour. Probably no news going to happen then. So anything you want to say before we go?
No. Elio's coming out on physical media. Go buy physical media.
Yeah. Nice steelbook release, it looks like, and everything.
September 7th, I believe.
Something like that.
But yeah.
We will be back tomorrow. Doobie will hopefully be back. It's winners and losers tomorrow. First time in a while that we've been able to do winners and losers. So we definitely need to. Fred, if you want to send the pocket pick to send it to Doobie at laughingplace.com or really anything at laughingplace.com, and it'll go to Doobie. And yeah, we can try to get that. We'll screen it first. We have to check our pocket picks, but then yeah.
You know what else goes to Doobie?
What?
Tony at laughingplace.com.
Guys, anything that's not an address goes to Doobie. So pretty fun. Anyway, thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.